Hey, wearing my orange again. Love the O's. Love the O's. Wore my hat the other day. Right on. Today we're going to talk about the State of the Union address last night from the president. I really like Rachel Maddow. She's on MSNBC. She's smart. She's enthusiastic. She's really basically pretty nice to her guests, even if she disagrees with them. And she always talks about having popcorn for a State of the Union address. And I can understand how she feels. I used to love to watch State of the Union addresses. Last night's was a bore. I don't know anybody who even watched it. I don't even know anybody who even listened to it. It's a really amazing situation right now. We look like we have a lame duck president who's only going into the second year of his second term. The Democrats are going to run against him or away from him. I'm sorry, not against him, but away from him. There are going to be a lot of them running away from him. A lot of them don't want him in their states. His poll ratings are horrible, absolutely horrible. He probably would not win re-election right now. Of course, in America, this always seems to happen. People get tired of someone after 2 terms or into their second term, unless it's their congressman. They just want to keep hiring them over and over and over and over again because they get taken care of. But generally, the president has at least his first 2 years of his second term, his or hers, to be able to make things happen. Now, he may get lucky, and the Democrats may hold the Senate, maybe even strongly, and which would then give him some power to be able to move forward. If he wants to sign executive orders, go ahead. That's what all presidents do. If the Republicans don't like it, they can stand up and yell and try to do whatever they want to do. He should be focusing on Obamacare, getting it done, the ACA, making sure it works. It just looks like there are going to be more problems with more people as time goes on. Doesn't seem to have been well thought out. Afghanistan, you hardly even talked about that. What are we doing in Afghanistan? What are we doing in Afghanistan? This is President Obama's war. It's not President Bush's war. It's President Obama's war. We have President Karzai over there who's telling people that the United States, not the Taliban, is blowing up people. Even the Taliban takes credit. And the Taliban says to Karzai, you're wrong. And Karzai doesn't want to hear it. To say that we do things like that we send in suicide bombers to kill people after putting billions of dollars to the country. Get us out of there, Mr. President. That's an executive order you could sign. That's something you can do. Bring our troops home. It's time for people to stop dying over there. Al-Qaeda has moved everywhere. It's like stepping into a puddle, stamping into a puddle, and yet suddenly you have 5 puddles instead of 1. Now you have them in North Africa, other parts of Africa, the Middle East, Pakistan, who knows where else these guys are going to be. And they don't care about us. They just want to take us down. And then we're talking about helping the Russians at Sochi, at the Olympics. Why? I mean, we have our own people, but they're not going to help. They'll let us really help. Let the Russians take care of it. It's their job. I'm sure they will protect our athletes like they'll protect everybody else's athletes. What else is the president going to do, though? Inequality? Gosh, the president has a lot to do with that, as we've talked about earlier. Not just the president, of course, but Congress, just as much, equally, because they were all so busy fighting. They left everything up to the Fed chairman to try to put things together, and that's not the Fed chairman's job, and that's not within the Fed chairman's power. We need leadership. We're going to have a proactive president in a couple of years. Nobody's going to want to put up with this reactive stuff anymore. Nobody's going to want to put up with somebody who's just going to sit there and go, well, if this happens, maybe I'll do this, and maybe I'll do that, and maybe it's black, and maybe it's white, but it's really gray, and gosh, I'm going to look at the latest polls and see what I can do to protect myself. So sad, so sad. President Obama had so much support. He really looked like the man. He really looked like their leader. We need a new president. We need a new leadership, not just a new president. I'm not pointing at President Obama. We need new leadership totally throughout Washington. Remember, what they're doing is, Washington, is they're creating this problem. Then they turn around all these people and blame everybody else and then come to us, the citizens, and say, help us clean this up. The only way we're going to be able to clean it up is to throw all the rascals out, start over again, and just get it started and get some people in who may not have experience, but at least will talk from the heart, be straight, and will know where they're coming from. As much as I disagree with so much what the Tea Party says, at least they're straight about where they stand, and you can deal with it and see it coming and know what to do. Let's forget about Chris Christie. I mean, he's fine, but that's New Jersey. We got 49 other states in this country. Let's focus on what we can do to make things better. Let's see if we can come together. Quit dividing MSNBC. Quit dividing Fox. Let's try to pull things together. Let's try to come together. The president's just saying it isn't enough. Nobody's listening to him anymore. Isn't that sad? Nobody listens to the president anymore. Peace.